Discuss the effects of non-observance of principles of natural justice. Ans. Effect of non-observance of the rules of natural justice. Rules of natural justice have to be followed as a matter of public policy. The rules of natural justice know of no exclusionary rule dependent on whether it would have made any difference if natural justice had been observed. The non-observance of natural justice is itself prejudice to any man, and proof of prejudice independently of proof of denial of natural justice is unnecessary. S. L. Kapoor v. Jagmohan, AIR SC 136. The question whether failure to observe the rules of natural justice makes the decision void or voidable has arisen in recent years. There is a viewpoint that failure to observe the principles of natural justice amounts to acting ultra vires, and therefore such an action must be void ab initio. On the other hand, we have cases in which decisions, though taken without compliance with the rules of natural justice, were not set aside. The courts are unanimous that a decision rendered in violation of the rule against bias is merely voidable and not void. The aggrieved party may thus waive his right to avoid the decision, as where timely objection is not made even though there is full knowledge of the bias and the right to object to it. Manak Lal v. Dr. Prem Chand AIR 1957 SC 425. However, there is fundamental disagreement amongst the courts and jurists as to the effect of a breach of the rule of fair hearing on any decision. If hearing is a requirement of the reasonableness of a restriction on a fundamental right, non-compliance with it will render the decision void ab initio. Nawab Khan v. State of Gujarat AIR 1974 SC 1471. Where the requirement is statutory or an implied requirement of law, a decision taken without complying with it would not be void. If a person does not insist, in spite of his awareness, upon his right to be heard or right to cross-examine, or the right to engage a lawyer or for disclosure of relevant documents, the actions would not be rendered void if such facilities are not given to him unless such action had resulted in grave injustice. In R. L. Sharma v. Managing Committee, Mr. Hari Ram, Co-ed. H.S. School, AIR 1996 SC 2155, in a departmental enquiry against Principal, one member of Enquiry Committee, who was inimical towards the principal, appeared as witness against delinquent to prove one of the several charges. Held that the fact that delinquent does not raise specific pleas or objection on this ground before authority granting approval to propose punishment or before appellate authority is immaterial. A plea cannot be allowed to be raised for the first time in writ proceeding unless it goes to the root of the question. In the present case, held that the enquiry is vitiated as the bias, personal, percolates throughout the enquiry proceedings. Thus, in State of Patiala v. S.K. Sharma AIR 1996 SC 1669, it was observed that it would not be correct to say that for any and every violation of a facet of natural justice, an order passed is always null and void. The validity of the order has to be tested on the touchstone of prejudice. The ultimate test is always the same, viz., the test of prejudice or the test of fair hearing.